So this was a Facebook deal. Picked up Scarface and Coliseum Road to Freedom for $20 for both, so it's not a bad deal at all. Later. This was a Facebook deal. We're about to get skinny. I picked up I don't even know what it's called, a Switch Ring Fit with the game, and together was $60. I gotta disinfect it and go through all that stuff, but for $60 I should be able to get at least 150 all day. Later.
You can return that because it's electrical, but you can't return like clothing and
So the Goodwill just opened up and I spent a hell of a lot of money, way too much. I got a little cut up with the whole thing. After the 20% discount, I paid $143 altogether, or $152 with tax. And I should be able to sell the games that I have from here and just keep the best one for about $30. So this is what I got. Supernova, or Heavy Nova actually. I don't even know what this is. Mercury, Zelda 2, Contra, Ninja Gaiden, which I should be able to sell for $70, I think. This one should sell for $30 these days. And the best game by far was Pro Sports Hockey. You read it correctly, $99. I paid $80 out of pocket, and the game should go for about maybe $130 if the label is perfect like this is. So I got that, and I also got Blaze of Steel just because it's the red label. So altogether was $152. After I sell the stuff, I should get to keep these two for about $35, which is not bad, but still a lot of money to be spending at a Goodwill. Later. So this was a Craigslist deal. I paid $50 for everything. I got a pink Game Boy Advance. Then she had already saved these for me. Mortal Kombat Trilogy, The Legend of Legaia, Legend of Dragoon, the SOCOM, which I don't know, it's like a little box set with the headset, and a couple of Super Mario cards. So altogether was $50. Later. So it is 5 o'clock in the morning, and we are heading to the flea market for the first time in almost 3 months. So they just opened up, so very excited about that, and hopefully I'll get there and get some stuff. We will see. Later. So this was my first day at the flea market. Haven't been here in maybe 2-3 months since they opened up, so I just kind of picked up some stuff. Inexpensive. I did the Xbox One, still has the seal, and the power brick, and that was $40. So even if it doesn't work, the power brick should trade in for like 20. At GameStop, picked up this Game Boy Advance for $5. The reason why I picked it up is it has F-Zero in it, which is a $20 game. I believe this is this is a Metroid Zero Mission. I paid $5 for that. This thing is Skeleton Warriors is the manual. Clockwork Knight is the game, the case, and inside is Virtual Fighter 2. So that was $5. Paid $5 for this. I should clean it and just keep it if it cleans. Then I got these four for $7. Is the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, the soundtrack, it's sealed. And then I picked all these up, this all together. It's everything in the bin. All the toys are worth $5, including this guy, which I didn't have. I see some G.I. Joes, I see some Ghostbusters and stuff like that. So I should be able to get my money back, if anything. So not a bad deal. Later. This was a Facebook deal. Picked up the NES Classic for 40 bucks. I should be able to sell it for 100, I think, easily. Later. So this was a Craigslist deal, actually. Paid 20 bucks for everything that's in here. I see a Donkey Kong manual in there, so I'm pretty sure that, let's see. Yep, it's an expansion pack in there. So altogether I paid 20 bucks, so not a bad deal at all. Actually, hold on. Yep, it's a Donkey Kong in there. 20 bucks altogether. Later. At the pawn shop over here, just picked this up for 2 bucks a piece. NCAA 08, NCAA Football 12, and Minecraft Story Mode. I think there's an Animal Crossing City Folk, but the disc is beat, so I highly doubt it's gonna work. But altogether it was 6 bucks. Later. At the pawn shop over here, just picked up Battle for Bikini Bottom for 2 bucks, so it should sell for maybe 20 to 25. Later. What are you looking to do? You looking to sell or are you looking to buy? I mean, like I said, I do. This was a Facebook deal. Got this Vita games. There's 12 of them for 50 bucks. The best game in there is probably Persona 5. And then some imports that I'm sure the wife is gonna keep, but altogether 50 bucks is not a bad deal at all. Later. Alright guys, so here are my pickups for the last week or so. As always, we'll do pawn shops, thrift stores, flea markets, and everything in between. I had a big purchase at a Goodwill that I never thought I would do. I spent a lot of money on a game that I shouldn't have had. I still paid under, but I paid a little bit more than I wanted to pay. You'll see that in a little bit. I also had my pickup of the week was a surprise one. It came out all of a sudden, and it actually came by today. So I will show you that. We'll get started right away. The first thing was this N64 lot. It came with this racing wheel. It came with the pedals. Also came with the instructions for the racing wheels and the Nintendo 64. It came with a N64 in really good condition. This is it. It had the expansion pack, and it also had the regular pack in there. Came with a purple controller and a gray. Again, only 20 bucks. And then it came with NASCAR 2000 completing box, the manual for Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong itself. And for that I paid 20 bucks. The N64s are selling like hotcakes right now. I paid 20, and like I said, I sold the N64 for 80 bucks. The expansion pack by itself sells for 45 to 50 all day, even more, but that's what I wanted to get for it. So that was an excellent deal for 20 bucks. I actually picked up a whole bunch of stuff from GameStop, but the main thing that I wanted to show was this. I picked up the Megaman X collection for the GameCube. One of them is complete, one is not, and I only paid 6 bucks a piece. So very happy with that, and I didn't have this game, so I'm very happy to pick that up. Pawn shop, picked up Animal Crossing for the Wii, NCAA 08, Minecraft, and NCAA football, and for those I paid 6 bucks. Then I went to another pawn shop and picked up Battle for Bikini Bottom. I believe that was 2 bucks at another pawn shop. I went to my regular pawn shop. They have their the games are 3 for $5, so I picked 12 games. I paid 20 bucks for that. And I also, I believe I picked up an N64 game for $5, just because for some reason I couldn't find mine. Wave Race was 5 bucks, and then I picked the rest of these games for 20. Tiger was 12. Sims 3 for the 360. NBA 2K17. Bounty Hunter. NBA 2K12. I thought it was worth more, but it's really not worth much at all. Spy Hunter 2. Just Dance 4. 13. Lord of the Rings. Monster Jam, and the game that basically pays for a whole lot and more is Scarface. All that was 20 bucks. I already sold Scarface for, I believe, 35. So it was a really good deal there for that. So let me put these away. The next thing was, I guess I'll show you the Goodwill deal. Actually, yeah. Basically, it was the first day back. I think I was a little too excited and paid almost retail for it, but not quite. I picked up everything for 150 bucks, which is a lot of money. Super or no Heavy Nova. No idea why I picked this up. Mercury. If you have interest at Link, I actually sold that for 20. I also picked up Blaze of Steel, the red cart venture that I didn't have. Picked up Ninja Gaiden for 45 bucks. One thing I should say is that I got a 20% discount because over there they're giving 20% off to essential employees, so I was able to get this for a little bit less than what it's worth. This game is going for about 60 these days, and I only paid 36. So if I should sell this one, I should be able to have only paid 30 bucks out of pocket for this game. It's Pro Sports Hockey. I paid, it says $99.99, but technically I paid 80. This game in this condition goes for about 140. In this condition, they have a couple that are worse condition ones for 100 or 110 or something like that. So out of pocket, I'm going to pay 30 bucks, but still paying 90 or 80 bucks for any game at Goodwill is something that I thought I would never, ever do, but I did. So it is what it is. I get to keep it and add it to my collection. I didn't have it, so I'm happy about that. And at the end of the day, like I said, if I sell everything else, that should go for about 30 bucks. This was a Facebook deal. Picked up an Nes Classic for, how much was this? 40 bucks. And that was that. At Craig Offer Up. I saw this on the ad. He wanted 50 bucks for the Vita games. It came with a case. And then these are the games that came with it. The most or the best game is Persona 4 Golden. That game by itself is $60-something. There's a couple of $20 games and one that I'm going to give to my wife. So very happy to pick that up for 50 bucks. It's easy money there. Plus the wife gets to keep the game that she wants. So very happy about that. The next deal was from the flea market. I picked up this game for 5 bucks. Metroid Zero Mission. That was 5. I also picked up this Advanced Pink. It came with, one second, F-Zero. So basically no back, and for that I paid 5 bucks. I also got this GameCube controller that was filthy dirty, but I cleaned it up, and it cleaned up really nice, and I paid 5 bucks for that. Also, that same day I basically picked up Xbox One for 40 bucks. I already sold it, and I sold it for 175. These are selling really well. I added a controller to it, and I was able to sell it for 175. So I got an Xbox One for 40 bucks, also at the flea market. And then I picked up a whole bunch of toys. This too. This was 2 bucks also from the flea. I picked up a whole bunch of toys. It was a whole bin. I kind of started walking. I was leaving the flea market, and I saw it sitting on the floor, and I said, you know what? Let me just take a look. And I started picking up G.I. Joes, and I asked the guy how much were they, and he said 2 for $1. And I started picking up, and I went up to 10, and I said, you know, how much would you want for the whole box? And then when I came home, I realized that there was a lot of good stuff in there, and very valuable box. The main things that I'm going to show is a few of the most expensive things, and I'm not going to show them all because I don't know anything about toys. But I picked up this RoboCop figures. They were from the late 80s or early 90s. It's like 15 of them, and they all have their guns and their weapons. And these sell, I got them posted for 140 bucks, and a whole bunch of people are watching them. So all these, you know, could easily sell for 140 bucks. Then I picked up this. This is Chief Lance, I guess that's what it's called. It's from a series of figures for the 80s or 90s, whatever. I guess it's called Cosmic Cowboys. And this thing by itself The only one posted, or there's two posted, one for $230 and one for $160. I got this one posted for $120, and it's amazing that this doll by itself should go for that. And then the coolest part about those, I got a lot more stuff, but the only things that I'm going to show you are those two things, and then the lot of GI Joes. The case came with it. Unfortunately, Sergeant Slaughter lost in the battle. A couple other guys died, but most of the guys are complete. Technically, out of the ones that are not complete, it's only like 4 of them. Then there's another 42 characters in there, and no weapons or anything. But you know, all those GI Joes is a really cool pickup. I like what they look like, so most likely I will keep them. I'm not sure yet, but we will see. Very happy to pick that up. And like I said, the bin, the way that I'm pricing it right now, I paid $20, and I should easily get maybe $500-600 worth of toys if I do it correctly. We will see. Also at the flea market that day, I forgot to show these. I paid $5 for the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD soundtracks. I guess this came from GameStop, and I paid $5 for those, and I got 4 of them, so I should be giving some of those away. The next thing was from, actually, what was this? This was Craigslist. I picked up a Game Boy Advance Pink that I already sold for $50. Picked up Mortal Kombat Trilogy, The Legend of Dragoon, I believe something else too, and The Legend of Legaia, and altogether I paid $50, I believe, and I already made the 50 with the Game Boy Advance. This one just sold for 30. This one sold for 35, I believe, and this one sold for 30. So I made really good money there. At a Goodwill, picked up Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy Chronicles. I'm going to try to speed it up because it's taking forever. Mercari, actually this, I think the only thing that I forgot from the other $50 lot, the SOCOM complete with the headsets. So that was that. That came with this. Sorry about that. Mercari, picked up Siberia and Area 51 for the Saturn, and I paid $40 for those. So very happy to pick that up. Then the last deal of the day, I went to Facebook. The Unknown Game Hunter gave me a hint that this stuff was out. I contacted the lady within maybe 4 minutes of it coming out. She had it posted for 40. I offered 50. It was a Nintendo 64 lot. She said okay. I drove to Massachusetts, which is about 35 minutes from where I was. I picked up an N64, no expansion, gray controller, and a blue. And then the N64 games were NBA Live, Nitro, Power Rangers, World Tour, Diddy Kong Racing, Smash Bros, and Mario Party. That was $50. That easily I could get. Actually sold the system already for 80, and I should be able to get at least 160, 170 bucks. Then I asked the lady if she had anything else. They were sitting outside when I got there. Her husband was working on his car. She looked at him and she said he has a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't think he wants to sell. So they basically, you give him the story. Is there anything you do not, anything that you don't want to play anymore that you want to get rid of? The guy said yes. He pulled out a whole bunch of games. I'm coming back tomorrow most likely to go pick up some more games. But this is what I took today. I paid him another extra $100 for this. So I got Batman Forever, Goof Troop, Batman Returns, John Madden, Jurassic Park. I'm going to move everything around a little bit. Total Carnage. I'm going to try to move this around. Give me 1 second so I can fit this in here. Total Carnage. Top Gear Rally. R-Type. Scooby-Doo. Ultraman. Jungle Book. Power Rangers the movie. It's a game that should easily go for $30. Out to Lunch. It's a game that I never see, but I've seen it before. I believe it's only a $15 game. Doom Troopers, I didn't have, so very happy to pick that up. Easily a $30 game. Super Castlevania 4, again a $30 game all day. Mystical Ninja, very happy to pick that up. Super Valis, actually a nice game. Another game that I had and for some reason I lost, I sold it, so I finally picked up Final Fight 2, so very happy to pick that up. And then I picked up the pickup of the week. So I went to pick up this N64 deal. It was $50 for everything. Smash, Mario Party, Power Rangers are the best games in there. Maybe Diddy Kong Racing. It was $50. And then when I asked if they had anything else, they have tons of stuff. I kind of got most of the best stuff. I'm gonna come back and get some more stuff, but this is the best stuff I think of what they had. Doom Troopers, Castlevania 4, something like Out to Lunch, Final Fight 2, and Super Valis is there. And the best game by far is Megaman X2. It's easily a $100 game. And altogether I paid $150. So all this for $150. Mystical Ninja is there too. Great deal. Later. So the pickup of the week was Megaman X2. I could not believe that when I asked if they had any more games, that this was what they're going to show me. Like I said, she has a lot more stuff. He said he has Master System. He says he has Genesis, Game Gear. I know they have it. I believe they have it because they did show me a lot of stuff and I just ran out of money. But I'm very happy to be able to pick up X2 for the price that I did. It's basically, obviously, when I sell the N64 with the games that I got over here, I should make my money back, and all the Super Nintendo stuff is basically free. The week was amazing. I was able to pick up some stuff that I never thought I would pick up. The G.I. Joes, the toy lot, it should be a healthy amount of money for me and help me out a lot. It was like a great week, like I said. I'm very happy, very grateful. Thank you again for the Unknown Game Hunter for hooking me on for the last deal. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And hopefully, we'll see you all next week. Later.